All right, guys, as promised, we're going to be moving over into this new segment of the Cardano Consensus, in which we plan to highlight up and coming creators within the Cardano and blockchain space. So, as a honorary first guest, we've got Crypto Moose, who I've had the pleasure of having a one-on-one with in the past. I will go ahead and leave the link to that, in which he actually kind of picked my brain about my experience in crypto. But today we're going to be doing the opposite. We're going to be picking his brain, getting a little bit of his background and what he's contributing to the space. So again, Josh, welcome, and Crypto Moose, welcome.
All right, what up? The moose is loose.
Dude, the moose is loose. What's going on?
We haven't interacted yet, you and me. I've commented on a couple of videos, but I found you through Fareed, and I have loved your content. It's not exclusively Cardano based, but you do a lot of Cardano based content. You cover a lot of Cardano based projects. You love ADA, and you love what the project is all about, and the ecosystem and stuff. And what I love about your channel is that you, unlike a lot of other creators in the space, you're hilarious. I love the humor that you bring to your content. It's just a nice, loose hangout area, and I enjoy it a lot. It's a lot of fun to watch your content, so I'm excited to have you here.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I know I've seen some of your content, and Fareed, we had like a couple of conversations. I guess when I started the channel, I wanted to have something where people can go to, learn a little bit, but just get a real vibe, right? Because a lot of times somebody will try to have, exclusive content about a certain project. And for me, it's like, we don't know what's going to happen 5 years from now, right? So I think that's kind of the cool aspect in being part of crypto today, especially with Cardano. You got, I mean, maybe we'll talk about it, but we got JED coming out. We're going to have USDA coming out. And I don't know, I'm just excited about the space. And I think there's a lot of room for people just to be honest, have fun. And myself, I'm invested into crypto, right? Not like the transparency. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Can
Yeah,
I can I
I
add
love.
something there?
Go for it.
Yeah.
No.
you I have to agree with Josh. You are funny. I think the way that you're just able to be naturally confident on camera was one of the things that kind of caught me off guard initially. Now, I do want you to give the viewers a little bit of your background, if you don't mind, about what you actually do when it comes to
Ooh.
content creation, right? Because
Okay, we can
there's
talk about that.
yeah, there's a reason why you're so comfortable on camera. So I'll let you kind of talk a little bit about your prior experience with video and content creation.
That's interesting. I wouldn't say I'm confident on camera. Like I have to work at it. I'm quite introverted. But 5 years ago, I started building online educational courses, and I realized I was terrible on camera. So I guess the way I got into it was since I was a little kid, I started filming. I used to shoot on, Super 8. Like I'm old. I'm almost 30 now. So I remember the first HD video cameras, right? I was doing YouTube videos, like little skits before YouTube was even out. So I kind of have seen that progression, right? But going to the the educational side, I teach video production online. I've been doing that for 6 7 years now, and I think that's helped out a lot. And I'm wildly curious about cryptos. I remember when ETH was $80, never bought any because I thought $80 was a lot at the time. But definitely, since I was a little kid living in Canada, I've been obsessed about cameras. I love the idea of creating something that's going to outlive you. I know it sounds, maybe it's like, it's kind of like, it's real. It's real because what you're doing, I get the knowledge about, different projects that are coming out. I just watched your recent video and I get access to it instantly. But what you're doing today will echo 10 years from now, which is really cool, right? The Bitcoin that if you buy and hodl, that is something you can leave to your kids, to your family. And I think that's what crypto is all about.
I love that approach. I really I put a lot of effort into trying to produce evergreen content on my channel because I want to provide value that's going to be relevant for a long time coming. And us being so early in crypto, there's a lot to talk about now. I think it's cool having the experience of being here at the beginning when everything is built and it's interesting and it's yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying about creating something that can be easily, openly accessible and will outlive you. I think that's awesome.
And I think we kind of talked about this too when Moose and I had an interview. It's not going anywhere, but like you come back and you look at your content from a year ago, 2 years ago. For me, I kind of cringe sometimes because of how inexperienced I look back and I'm just like, man, I can't believe people were actually telling me this was decent content. But the
Yeah.
community support, I think we can all say, has been super instrumental in us continuing to push forward. And like I said, being able to look back at your prior work and seeing the growth that you've had, again, I think speaks volumes. And so that was one of the first things that I noticed specifically about you, Moose, when I watched your first content. I'm like, I saw your first 2 or 3 videos and I'm like, yeah, this is not this guy's first rodeo. This guy's definitely created content before and he's got a passion for this space. So I do think you've got a really promising future. But I want to just kind of ask you another question. I'll kind of pivot back over to letting Josh speak a little bit. But what are you most excited about crypto, and what do you think is your niche? You know, where do you kind of see yourself fitting into this entire
Mhm.
content creator space?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that recently. Actually, right now, I'm not. It's not even a plug because it's not out yet. But I am building like a crypto masterclass. It's basically a beginner to pro course. So I have a lot of students on Udemy, a couple other platforms. Um, but to answer that question, really, it's that there isn't a step by step guide really how to get into crypto from the beginning. I what I'm getting at is I think about when I try to get not just get people into crypto, but to tell them about it. How do you do that? It's very difficult, right? Just to explain blockchain, you almost need 10 minutes. So I want to make an effective YouTube channel that makes it simple, fun, and easy for people to get started. And I think I can do that visually, right? I'm not good at reading and writing, but I do understand video. I'm very visual in that regard. And I think it's just a cool form of communication, right? And it outlives us, right? Like when we're gone, we're like a digital ghost. I think Elon Musk or somebody said that. But there's a lot of power to it, right? And I've seen the progression of video. Everything changed when we had cell phones, right? And it's wildly cool to me. But I also kind of want to look back and I'm curious to be like, dude, I was right. I was saying this 10 years ago. I think there's part of that where it's like, it'd be cool to, tell your parents, hey, I'm worth $10 million. Like you should have bought Cardano, you know? I'm kind of joking there, but it's cool that, at least I know for sure all three of us, because we're in this space and we're paying attention and curious, we see things that other people cannot see right now. And I think there's something kind of cool about that. And we can share it with people, right?
Yeah.
Getting other people curious about crypto, that's the biggest part. If you're not curious, you're gonna have a hard time learning, right?
Yeah, that's one thing that I can definitely say is, and Josh and I talked about this earlier. After the first bull market, people are peaked. At least my first bear market, I ran away. I
I
skedaddled.
cried. I cried
Yeah,
in my car, dude, for like 10 days.
but after now doing the time and like you said, being curious, I've learned there is so much abundance here. It's mind boggling. So to be in this early, I think speaks volumes. And we all obviously have that same interest, which is why we're all content creators, which it's not easy. It's a lot of work. But like you said, this will live on forever. And we really get to make an impact in the community. So I'm not shying away from that. I know you're not, and neither is Josh.
Yeah, dude, I forgot my watch and I'm like, I can't even film today. Like, I swear, man, I was gonna cancel. I'm like, dude, I don't have my suit with me right now. Like, this isn't even the real moose. Like, I don't even know what to do.
Nah, you're looking good. You're looking good.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? I think when people speak from passion and care, I feel like I hear exactly what I need to hear. I have no additional questions for you because I think I have heard where you're coming from principally. You have the experience of producing quality content. You already teach people, and like I said, like you have this feel on your channel that you don't get a lot of other places. It's oftentimes very technical and factual, and having that funny element that you bring to the table. I'm really excited to see where your channel goes. So I guess the last question that I want to ask for the people watching, where can they find you? Where can they follow you?
Well, I don't have an OnlyFans yet. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. We're not doing that in crypto, right? But I mean, I show off my hardware wallets. Those are pretty, cool. But yeah, you can go to YouTube, check out Crypto Moose. Um, um, I can't really think of a different place, really. Definitely just on YouTube, like type in Crypto Moose. I have like one video that's done well, and that's because I did the typical 10,000x Cardano bull run coming. But yeah,
Are
I
you are
mean,
you on Twitter? The Cardano community is alive on Twitter, and I think
I
that
am. It's Crypto Moose on Twitter, but I think I have to change my username, something like that.
yeah, jump on that. And whatever it is, let Fareed know what your new handle is, and we'll send some people your way. Throwing that link in the description.
Yeah, yeah. How about you guys? What are you guys most excited about for 2023? Like, what do you guys think's gonna happen? What are you most excited about? If it's one thing.
you want to go?
We just got done discussing how we're not all that certain that we think that the bull market is back.
Yeah,
We're pretty confident that like people need to be proceeding with caution in these current market conditions, but we're both still extraordinarily excited about just projects that are building, fundamentally backed, and seeing how much development we see this year in Cardano specifically. It's a very alive ecosystem.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited for the stable coins, and that's one thing that we just
yeah,
got done talking about. Jet, USTA. I'm excited about Hydra, sidechains, all these different scalability upgrades coming to Cardano. Obviously, I think we're all excited to create content around that makes our lives easier. It's hard to make videos and stuff when there's not much going on in the ecosystem. So it's kind of like a win-win, right? The ecosystem grows, and now we have a bigger opportunity to create more content about the things that we like and love, which is Cardano. So that's what I'm excited about, man. The New Year's been great so far, right? We've
yeah, yeah,
seen a huge pump, a lot of adoption, and we're now on the heels of another stable coin. So there's no reason to be down or sad about anything, especially within the Cardano space. Now I understand, different cryptos are different, but that's what I'm excited about, man. Just the growth and the liveliness here. And like Josh said, man, definitely get on Twitter. If you're not already active there, I will go ahead and leave the link to his Twitter down in the description below. But Twitter's it's a space of its own. Now, granted, it can be a little messy, but I am excited about all the information that's just kind of flowing out around there.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm like I'm still like 40% Cardano in terms of my portfolio, and that's not even including my NFTs. So
Hmm.
I think there's a lot of opportunity because we haven't had smart contracts for that long. I mean, I was buying NFTs before they had smart contracts.
Yep.
I had two Boss Cat Rocket Club NFTs coming in, and they didn't send it to me. So I was like, oh man,
Uh,
I missed out on
What?
huge gains. Yeah, yeah, because you had a 24-hour window at the time to send it
Oh,
to the recipient. So
it's
gotcha.
amazing how far
I
we've
gotta
come.
track them down. Still gotta track
Yeah.
them down. So I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna bring a hockey stick and drop the mitts. So.
Yeah, that's actually something I didn't know about you either, man. You play some hockey. So again, man, this guy's
Oh no no
versatile.
no 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 no! That was like a family like event. I used to. I used to. Yeah, I used to. Like in
My
high school, but
Gotcha. My man is a comedian. He's a film producer, hockey player. What isn't he? He's also got his OnlyFans on the way.
Uh-huh.
yeah yeah. I gotta work on that content, dude. I gotta work on that content because I don't need my mom seeing that. So or hearing about it even. So I don't know, man.
No,
Yeah.
we're
I
we're
mean,
we're just picking.
yeah yeah
We're
yeah.
just
Well,
picking.
I'm thinking about it. I'm like, how I could probably monetize that somehow.
There's a lot of money over there.
I mean,
It's
I mean, if that's gonna help me pick up more Cardano, I mean, I'm gonna have to consider it, guys. So
yeah, by any means necessary.
Literally,
Crypto Moose is gonna get loose.
literally, the moose is
Um,
loose.
Moose will be loose.
All right,
oh
guys.
man. Well, we've got our work cut out for us as creators. I appreciate what you do. I'm gonna continue watching your content. Thanks for coming on, bro. I appreciate it, and it was great to meet
Yeah,
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
honestly, it
thank
was
you.
great seeing you guys. I remember your red background. Keep that. I think people notice that at least in when they start watching. So like, just keep up with the consistency. It looks good. Yeah,
Yeah, no, thank you again, man. I just want to echo what Josh just said. Thank you for jumping on. Again, what we're trying to do here is just spotlight different content creators. And so if you guys appreciate what Crypto Moose is bringing to the space, if you guys enjoy his type of humor, again, make sure to give him a thumbs up on his channel, subscribe, follow him on Twitter, and I'm going to go ahead and leave the links to all of his socials down below. That said, that is going to bring us to the end of the first official episode of the Cardano consensus, in which I was joined with Josh and Crypto Moose. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful weekend so far. Again, if you guys appreciate this type of content, generally speaking, make sure to check out my channel, Josh's channel, and Crypto Moose's channel. Having said that, you guys, I appreciate the both of you joining me here today. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day yourselves, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.